So this next note page, we're going to learn about the transversal. So go ahead and write transversal as your title. I'm going to record this really fast because I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. So let's say line L and M are parallel. And line P intersects them to create a transversal. This is what it would look like. You have two parallel lines, line L and line M, and the transversal would be this line that intersects with both of them, line P. So I'm going to go ahead and label all of these angles. So we're going to have 8 angles total. So this angle right here, we're going to call angle 1. This angle, we're going to call angle 2. This angle, we're going to call angle 3. This angle, we're going to call angle 4. Then all the other ones, we're going to label them 5, 6, 7, and 8. Notice how my red angles have a single arch and my blue angles have a double arch. All right, so there are certain things that you need to know about the transversal. So if you guys look here, angle 1 is vertical to angle 2. So if they're vertical, that means that they are congruent. Vertical angles are congruent. That's a 7th grade standard. Vertical angles are congruent. So if angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, what's another set of angles that's equal?
3 and 4.
3 and 4 are also congruent. What's another set of vertical angles?
7 and 8.
7 and 8 are vertical angles, so that means they're equal. What's another set of vertical angles? 5 and 6. Okay, so let's go ahead and write on the side. Let's write vertical angles. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because they're vertical angles. And then we said angle 3 is equal to angle 4 because they're vertical angles. And then you guys told me angle 5 is equal to angle 6, which is correct because they're vertical. Angle 7 is congruent or equal to angle 8 because they're vertical angles. Now, another relationship involving the angles is... I forgot to give this to my other class. Supplementary angles. Have you guys ever heard of supplementary?
Yes. Aren't the angles that equal like 180?
You are correct. They're angles that add up to equal 180. So can you guys tell me a pair of angles that has to add to equal 180?
1 and 6.
Angle 1 and 6, but what's another one?
3 and 8.
Yep.
7 and 4.
Yep.
5 2.
Yep. But there's other sets.
2 6.
Mm-hmm.
5 1.
Mm-hmm.
7 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 8.
Mm-hmm. So supplementary angles are angles that add up to be 180, right? So we have angle 1 plus angle 5 have to equal what? All right, so if you add angle 1 and angle 5, it should equal 180 degrees. And then if you add angle 1 and angle 6, it should equal 180 degrees. And then if you add, there's so many, 5 and angle 2, it should equal 180 degrees. If you add angle 2 and angle 6, you should add up to equal 180 degrees. And then there's 4 more. So I'm just going to write those for now, but there are definitely more. So I'm going to put ... because there's more. All right. So another angle relationship that we need to know is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are angles that are congruent, but they're on the upper part of the transversal and on the lower part of the transversal. So angle 1 corresponds to angle 3 because they're congruent and they're in the same position. They're just on the upper and on the bottom half of the transversal. So angle 1 and angle 3 are corresponding angles. So you could just write it like this. Angle 1 and angle 3. Those are corresponding. The next set of corresponding is angle 6 and angle 8. the next set on the other side of the transversal. So I just looked at the right side of the transversal. Now let's look at the left side of the transversal. So the left side, 5 and 7 correspond to each other. And then 2 and angle 4 correspond to each other. It means that they are congruent. Then we have alternate interior and alternate exterior angles. So alternate interior angles, and then we have alternate exterior angles. Okay, I'm abbreviating a lot because I don't want this video to be so long. So if you look at the transversal, exterior means outside. So 5, 1, 8, 4 are all exterior. Interior means inside. 2, 6, 3, and 7. Now, alternate interior angles are angles that are inside the transversal and that are congruent. So the 7 and 6 are alternate interior, and then 2 and 3 are alternate interior, and they're congruent. So we would say angle 7 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles, and they're equal. Angle 2 and angle 3 are alternate interior, and they're equal. Now, alternate exterior, meaning outside, is 1 and 4. So 1 and angle 4 are alternate, meaning they're on alternate sides of the transversal. They're exterior, they're outside, and they're both angles, and they're congruent. And same with 5 and angle 8. Okay, so now here's the example. If you need to pause to rewrite this, you can. But here's your example. Suppose angle ABC equals 122 degrees. Find all other angles in the transversal, but we don't have time to write all that. So let's draw two parallel lines. This would be given to you. Let's draw a transversal. Let's put A here, B here, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And they told us ABC is right here, and that equals 122 degrees. So now our job is to find ABD, CBE or CBH, HBD. Okay, hold on. This one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So I know you guys don't have colors, but I did colors for a reason here. So we know that ABC, so again, ABC, you can also call it CBA. But you can't call this angle angle B, because angle B represents this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. We're talking about this specific angle, so you have to use 3 letters, CBA or ABC. So this 122 degrees is vertical to this right here, which we can call DBE, EBD, or DBH, HBD. You can name it 4 different things, but basically this is vertical to this, so that means this angle is what? The green angles are equal to what? 122 degrees. And then that means since this angle corresponds to this angle right here, what is this angle equal to? 122. And then that's vertical to this, so what is this equal to? 122. Pretty easy, right? Yeah. Now, how do you find the blue angles? This angle right here. Yep, they're supplementary. So you subtract 122 from 180, and what is that? 58 degrees? Yeah. So then all the other ones are 58 degrees. And those are the basics of a transversal.